so much for being here. My name is Derek Dice. I'm a news anchor at KXLY4 News. It is my pleasure to welcome you and serve as the MC of this Greater Spokane Valley Chamber's Business Connections Lunch. Thank you for joining us today for our State of the City with the City of Spokane Valley. I'd like to first welcome Pastor Danny Scholes with Sun City Church for the invocation and Tiffany Abrams, Miss Spokane Valley's outstanding teen, to lead us with the national anthem.
Father, we thank you for this beautiful day that we get to gather here together and just be with one another. So many great organizations and leaders that you've gathered in this place. And I pray for your blessing and your peace over the city of Spokane Valley, Lord, this wonderful place that we get to live and work. And Father, we thank you for the opportunity to hear from our city leaders, hear their vision, where we're headed, and all that is coming up in the future. Lord, we're praying that you would give them wisdom and strength as they lead us into the days ahead. Lord, bless the rest of our time together as we eat and as we learn and as we connect with each other. In Jesus' name, amen. Would you welcome Tiffany Abrams?
Dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket track glared, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Boy, I think we should have got Tiffany out to the American Idol tryouts at the Hagedon Event Center over the summer there. Nice job, and thank you, Danny, as well. We want to recognize our chamber partners who are here with us today, so when I call you, please do stand and be recognized. First, our vets, current and past military service. Our Spokane Valley Chamber ambassadors. Our photographers, Jana Jude with In Spirit Studios. The Spokane Valley Chamber board members and past board chairs. Our past Citizens of the Year. Our local officials present with us here this morning. Rod Higgins, Mayor of Spokane Valley. Pam Haley, Deputy Mayor of the City of Spokane Valley. Arnie Woodard of City Council. Ben Wick, City Council. Brandy Pete, City Council. Linda Thompson and Sam Wood of the City of Spokane Valley as well. Steve Peterson, Mayor of the City of Liberty Lake. Mike Kennedy, Council Member, City of Liberty Lake. Mary Cuney, Spokane County Commissioner. Josh Kearns, another Commissioner. Ozzie Knezovich, Sheriff of Spokane County. Patrick Burst, the Fire Commissioner of Spokane Valley. Brian Collins, the Fire Chief of Spokane Valley. And Sean Arnold, the Deputy Fire Chief here in the Valley. A little round of applause for all of them. All right, hopefully you stopped by our stoplight tables and entered for the door prizes today. It's a pleasure to introduce our spotlight table exhibitors. First, here at Center Place Regional Event Center, Carol Carter. Center Place, owned by the City of Spokane Valley, rents space for various corporate and private events. 9 separate meeting rooms have beautiful views of the park, They are also hosting various community events on the grounds this summer, such as Crave, Valley Fest, Oktoberfest, and new this year, a Friday night farmers market. So the first door prize winner is going to go to, and it's the wine and chocolate gift basket. That goes to John Lawrence from the University of Idaho. And I think, Georgia, are we seeing you in the back for the prizes, or do they pick them up on their way out? Okay, pick them up on the way out. Next up is Dishman Dodge, Ram Chrysler Jeep, and Todd Taflia. Dishman Dodge, Ram Chrysler Jeep is a family-owned business operating in the Valley for 54 years. Dishman is a full-service dealership serving all of the Northwest. For a secret to buying cars guide, you can see your chamber rep, Todd, at the spotlight table. Dishman is a proud community sponsor of the PACE program since day one. The door prize from Dishman Dodge is a Simply Northwest gift basket, and that goes to Frank Ennis from ServPro. Congratulations to Frank. Global Credit Union, Kristalina Lytle, Haley Stewart, and Donnell Hauger. Since their inception in 1954, Global continues to meet member needs by offering innovative products and services, low rates, few fees, and excellent service. Global employees and members are proud to be actively engaged with local artists, musicians, and culture. Global's mission is to grow dreams, members, and community. This door prize is a basket with 2 Global Credit Union mugs and a Dutch Bros coffee card, and that is going to go to Charlie Kerr of Centerpoint Financial. Next up is Halo Medical Travel Services, Lisa Bolin and Nicholas Beeler. Halo Medical Travel Services helps those that need to travel for medical purposes find the right resource so they can make medical decisions, not financial decisions. This door prize is a $25 max gift card as well as a Halo t-shirt, and that goes to Christina Pettit of Northern Quest Casino. Hennessy Funeral Home and Crematory, Trent Nielsen and Aileen Fields. Hennessy Funeral Home and Crematory is the Valley's real full-service funeral home with the only on-site crematory in the Valley. The door prize here, a nut and cheese gift basket from Simply Northwest, and that goes to Joseph Lee from Shogun. Next is Jack and Katie Ryder. The Jack Foundation is proud to bring to the Spokane Valley Crave, Oktoberfest, and the Spokane Valley Farmers Market. All events take place at the Spokane Valley Center Place, 2 Saturday, July 13th, Crave Grand Tasting Tickets valued at $100, and that goes to Christina Graham of Mirbeau Park Hotel. Two more door prizes here. Next up, Naomi, Angela Slabaugh, Allison Larson, and Becky Ports-Zelig. Naomi is a transformational community for the homeless single mothers and children, and their annual gala, April 6th, will raise funds to purchase an additional property. This is 2 tickets to the Naomi Masquerade Gala on April 6th. That's at Mirbeau Park Hotel, and the winner of that is Haley Stewart from Global Credit Union. And finally, for our vandals out there, University of Idaho, Patty Carscalen and John Lawrence, the University of Idaho Executive MBA, is a fast-track, full-strength MBA delivered in Coeur d'Alene with a format and schedule designed to work for all your commitments. The winner of the Idaho Vandal Rolling Cooler and Grill Gear is our photographer, Jana Jude of In Spirit Studio. You won, Jana. And with that, we want to welcome up Lance Beck.
All right, welcome. My name is Lance Beck. I'm the president and CEO for the Greater Spokane Valley Chamber of Commerce. It's my pleasure to welcome you to today's Business Connections Luncheon. We at the Valley Chamber are thrilled to have the opportunity to host the State of the City for the City of Spokane Valley. On the back of your program, that's the skinny one on your table, you'll see a listing of all of our new and renewing members in the month of February. I want to call out American Medical Response for their 50 continuous years of membership. You'll also notice on your table some small referral cards. So each month, if you know a business that you believe should join the Valley Chamber, we offer a incentive for you to do so and refer them. This month, it's a $25 gift card to Forza Coffee Company. So please check out those cards. You can leave them with one of our Valley Chamber staff at the back on your way out. And thank you, Forza Coffee Company. I'd also like to draw your attention to the Spokane Valley Chamber Foundation. Each year, the Valley Chamber Foundation provides local scholarships to local students as part of the foundation's initiatives to support skilled trade pathways. The scholarship deadline this year has been moved back to April 30th. So if you know a student interested in pursuing a 2-year career technical education degree or technical certificate program, please do share this information. You can find the application on the Chamber's website at SpokaneValleyChamber.org. At this time, I'd like to welcome Derek back.
All right, the Greater Spokane Valley Chamber of Commerce is proud to acknowledge and introduce our underwriting sponsors for today's program: BNSF Railway, Katara, Numerica Credit Union, and Schweitzer Engineering Laboratories. I would like to welcome first to the podium Michelle Grabicki, VP of Corporate Culture, Organizational Development with Numerica. And Michelle, would you please come forward?
Well, good afternoon, and I have to say, hello, spring. Look how beautiful it is outside today. Yes, I like that. My Spokane Valley roots date back to 1980, and I have to say, working for Numerica in this community for the last 18 years, I'm very grateful because I know that this is truly the best community to live in, work in, and raise a family in. And while my roots in the Spokane Valley are deep, Numerica's presence is even deeper. Since 1937, when Numerica, at the time Spokane Railway Credit Union, was first founded, our commitment to serving the financial needs of our members and our community has remained our guiding light and promise. Today, we demonstrate that promise to our 145,000 members by supporting their financial hopes and dreams. However, Numerica also knows the importance of being there when times are tough, which is why we're committed to walking alongside our members in times of financial hardship. One thing our members know for certain is that Numerica is and always will be there to have the money talk through the different phases of life we all experience. Another thing that has remained the same throughout our history is our promise to do what's right for our community. And that commitment has grown over the years as Numerica has grown as an organization. We're committed to giving a minimum of 5% of our annual net profits back to our community. So last year, that meant a total of over $1.7 million in charitable contributions and community sponsorships that lend a helping hand, inspire future leaders, and celebrate our wonderful community. Of course, overseeing corporate culture, I'd be remiss if I didn't take a moment to brag about how all of this has impacted and defined Numerica's culture. Last year, Numerica employees rolled up their sleeves and volunteered over 20,000 hours to support local nonprofit organizations. Our team is equally committed to caring for each other internally. So every month, I have the pleasure of learning about the above and beyond acts of kindness that give me so much pride in being part of that Numerica family. From rallying around a fellow employee in a time of need, to spending a personal day off and installing a new air conditioning unit for a team member, to going out of their way to give a colleague a ride to work a day after day as they're healing from knee surgery. These are the stories that we hear every day because our commitment to enhancing lives, fulfilling dreams, and building communities is ingrained in everything we do. With a culture and mission as defined as ours, it's important that our external partners embody and reflect what we care about. The Greater Spokane Valley Chamber of Commerce truly reflects who Numerica is at its core. The Chamber's commitment to education, inclusion, collaboration, and quality of life are attributes we genuinely admire. We're so proud to call the Valley Chamber our partners and our friends. Thank you all for being here today, and a special thank you to Mayor Rod Higgins and Deputy Mayor Pam Haley for their service and commitment to making Spokane Valley a vibrant, thriving community that Numerica is proud to be a part of.
All right, thank you, Michelle. And now, please welcome Dane Knutson, Director of Garden Architecture from Katara, to the stage. Dane?
Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully everybody's bracket looks better than mine after today. So, my name is Dane Knutson, and I'm one of the directors in architecture here at Katara. I appreciate the opportunity to stand up here and provide some information about our company. I also wanted to mention, for anyone that was unaware, that we have a design office located here locally. We have a staff of 30-plus individuals who specialize in architecture, structural engineering, interior design, and construction, some of those who have joined me here today. We're currently located above Numerica at the corner of Riverside and Stevens in downtown Spokane. So come on by, we'd love to say hi. For those of you who don't know about Katara and what we do, I wanted to take this time to provide a quick overview. There are some brochures on the tables that I'm sure everybody has had a chance to kind of look through, and so you can follow along with me here. You can also go to our website at katara.com to get a more in-depth preview. All in all, we as Katara want to provide better, faster, and cheaper buildings. And we hope to achieve this by providing a vertically integrated global team of software developers, architects, engineers, procurers, manufacturers, and builders, to name a few. Focusing on panelization as opposed to modular due to its flexibility and efficiency, standardization in harmony with customization, a global supply chain, and factory and job site integration. We serve a variety of different markets, some of which are multifamily, independent senior living, student housing, commercial, and hospitality. We provide 3 major services here at Katara. If you boil everything down, in the end, there is direct material sales, end-to-end building services, turnkey renovations. We are your one-stop source for every category and material and product that you may need on your next building project. We provide a range of different products grouped in these 4 categories: structural building components, mass timber, kitchen and bath, as well as finish items. So I appreciate your time and support and feel the privilege to have the opportunity to be able to share some of the exciting updates that we as Katara have to offer. My colleagues and I look forward to the opportunity to grow and contribute to this Spokane Valley. So, thank you.
All right, thank you, Dane. Please welcome now Kelly Fukai, Western Region Government Affairs Manager from Schweitzer Engineering Laboratories, also the current board chair for the Greater Spokane Valley Chamber of Commerce, to the stage. Kelly.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. It's such a great honor to be here in front of you today and to have such a wonderful turnout for our mayor and our deputy mayor. So thank you all for coming out. I'll just take a few minutes to introduce our company to those of you who don't know us. We are Schweitzer Engineering Laboratories, a 100% employee-owned company headquartered in Pullman, Washington. Go Cougs. Although I'm a Zag, so I have to say hashtag Gonzaga exists. We have 5,300 employees across 100 different offices worldwide, and our products are in, you guys, my engineers here, I think we're in 160 countries right now, so that's pretty amazing. And what our products do is they protect the electric power system. They make sure that we're providing reliable, safe, economic power to people across the globe. So that's a really exciting thing for us, and we're really happy to be here in the Spokane Valley now. Our roots in the Valley started in 2012. We were out at the industrial park with just a handful of employees who had long been making that commute to Pullman and were able to establish a small office there. That office has grown. About a year and a half ago, we purchased the old ITT Tech building just right down the road, and we're now at 94 employees in that building, and we're really excited to be growing in the Valley. We just finished the remodel there, so last Friday, as a matter of fact. So employees now are officially moved into the new space, the updated space, and we're we are just thrilled to be there. So I, again, thank you for coming out today. Thank you for being a supporter of the Chamber of Commerce and all the work that we do. And with that, I'll get off the stage and get us moving so we can get to the meat of our program.
Kelly and I actually passed each other in Albertsons about a week ago, and it took me after I passing her to realize where I knew her from. Thank you, Kelly. So thank you all to New America Credit Union, BNSF Railways, Katara, and Schweitzer Engineering Laboratories for underwriting our program. To give her a little round of applause. It is a great pleasure to introduce our speakers this afternoon and our first annual State of the City with the City of Spokane Valley. I want you to now please welcome Mayor Rod Higgins and Deputy Mayor Pam Haley.
Is that right, Green? Is that right, Green? You all look different with my reading glasses on. Thank you. And good afternoon to all of you who are not so fortunate enough to have a ticket to Salt Lake City. That's a joke. You can laugh. First, a very large thank you to the Chamber and its members here today. Your partnership in this event, providing us with the opportunity to showcase all the truly exciting things we have going on in Spokane Valley, is deeply appreciated. Today we have a chance to reflect on our recent successes, and we have plenty. It's a day for celebration. We have a lot to be proud of. We'll be reviewing what we've accomplished, and we'll be looking ahead to what's coming. We'll examine how we're continuing to create a community that really is a fun place to live, work, and play. In just a week, we'll celebrate the 16th anniversary of our becoming a city. That's right, it's our city's Sweet 16. I was going to add a little interjection in here. Game before last, when Gonzaga didn't look maybe as good as they should have, we kept it out. But we could probably stick it back in again here. Anyway, and it is ever a time to be Sweet 16 in the City of the Valley. At our inception, those 16 years ago, the City of Spokane Valley declared, "We're open for business," and we've never looked back. We've grown from a collection of agricultural communities to a vibrant city of over 100,000. Once again, over 100,000. Who knew? And we're here today to affirm that business is indeed booming in Spokane Valley. We've been strategically developing industrial areas for growth, and it's paying off. A significant number of businesses are choosing to locate or expand here. We've been heard to say, we set the table and get the hell out of the way. And we do. We make it easy to do business here. A prime example of this is our northeast industrial area, where we have 277 acres of developed land and another 563 acres of undeveloped land that's just ready and waiting. Katara, who's a sponsor here today and who you heard from, is completing its 250,000 square foot laminating plant just east of Barker. And we've worked with Katara since day one to ensure they had the infrastructure and support they needed. The company not only plans to soon employ 150 people, but Katara's Spokane Valley factory will produce enough materials to build 45 commercial office buildings each year, supplying cross-laminated timber to an emerging West Coast market. We're at the epicenter of a new industry, and by our working together, they've provided a magnet for us to attract other businesses. We recently adopted a planned action ordinance for the Northeast Industrial Area that'll make new development in that area even more seamless. We've completed the necessary environmental reviews, including the traffic impact analysis for full build-out in this area. This saves businesses valuable time, a minimum of 6 weeks, but more likely months, that otherwise would be devoted to permitting efforts that we've already completed. The ordinance provides predictability because potential impacts have already been addressed. I'm sure I don't have to tell this crowd that few things are scarier in business than the permitting process. It's right up there with, I'm from the government, I'm here to help you. In addition to the ordinance, we're partnering with Centennial Properties to construct a new road to further open the Northeast area. The new extension of Garland Avenue will be a 2-lane industrial-grade roadway running the mile between Flora and Barker. And we're working with Spokane County to extend the sewer service to the site. All of these efforts prepare this area for an explosion, I say again, explosion of growth. Remember, we set the table and get the hell out of the way. Our partnership with Centennial Properties has been incredibly important to this venture. Let's hear what they have to say.
The first step in any community is you bring in the jobs. And once you bring in the jobs, you can facilitate more and do more single-family housing, more multifamily housing, and you're already seeing a lot of that stuff in the valley too. We help bring in jobs in this community. And so when you're able to have big parcels that are approved and ready to go, we're able to bring in companies like this that provide really good competitive wages, and they're right here in the city of Spokane Valley. These deals, they can turn off in a second because the timing doesn't work. Without the city of Spokane Valley and without getting the proper timing, this deal would not have worked. So that's like the city of Spokane Valley. That's what they really did. They streamlined their processes. They got everybody on board. They made it seamless. And the main thing, which is a big thing for me, is when they tell me they're going to do something, they do it. They're so forward thinking on everything they're doing. One of the best things about the city of Spokane Valley is when they started doing this, they called me up and had me come into various meetings and they asked me what I needed to get things done here. What could they provide me to be able to develop the property we have here and move forward? So I see it as a city that wants to get things done and they want to reach that potential, and I like to think we're both working together to get there.
I understand that Doug Yost is here with us. He heads up Centennial Property. If you're here, Doug, would you stand up, please? Thank you. Many thanks to Centennial for their continued confidence and investment in Spokane Valley. By the way, we're looking to the Spokesman Review's print operations relocating to this area later this year or early 2020. And there are other businesses you'll be hearing about very soon. All of this means solid, high-paying jobs for citizens of Spokane Valley. In addition to focusing on geographic areas of our city that are well-positioned for development, we have a strategy to grow and advance key industries. One example of that is the aerospace industry. Washington is a world leader in aerospace and advanced manufacturing, producing nearly 95% of all commercial aircraft in North America. Our region is home to the Inland Northwest Aerospace Consortium, which is focused on growing the relationship between aerospace manufacturers and service providers. That consortium provides aerospace networking opportunities, joint sales and marketing efforts, plus training and consulting services for becoming aerospace ready. We're very well positioned to attract more aerospace industries. We have the right combination of skilled workforce, available land, and a supporting business environment to meet their needs. Let's hear from them.
The aerospace industry here in Spokane Valley, it's got to be one of the fastest growing industries. It's a lot of bright minds coming together and deciding to be able to make a more continuous supply chain right here in the Spokane Valley. We've become a one-stop shop. Geographically, from a business standpoint, we sit in such a great little spot. There's opportunities for guys who want to come in and start industrial manufacturing-based businesses to come out here and grow and thrive.
Novation is one of our growing businesses here in Spokane Valley, and we're excited to watch them continue to thrive in our community. We focused on some larger industries and employers so far today, but that's certainly not all we have here in Spokane Valley. Small business is the backbone of our economy. We want to see them be successful as well. One program we've created is a series of lunch and learn workshops in partnership with Startup Spokane. At City Hall, we're now hosting free quarterly workshops. They focus on topics of interest to small businesses and entrepreneurs, such as social media, market research, accounting, public speaking, and financing. It's been a real pleasure to host these kinds of events in our new City Hall. I say again, our new City Hall. And to bring small businesses together. Our streamlined permitting process particularly benefits smaller businesses looking to get their start or grow in Spokane Valley. We strive to make that process as efficient as possible. But don't take my word for it. Let's let them tell you.
The city of Spokane Valley is interested in growing businesses and bringing new business to the area. Spokane Valley is very efficient in their whole entire process, from plan review to permitting to inspections and closing that out and issuing the certificate of occupancy. In working with other jurisdictions, there's not so much of a partnership feel.
I kind of really fell in love with Spokane Valley. I looked to the left as we're driving up on the freeway. I looked to the left and it's all the trees from the north side. The south side has lots of fun restaurants and hipster type stuff. And we came to this building and we started looking into it, and it really felt right to be here in the Spokane Valley. I think it's just a great place to be, and not to mention to raise a family and have your families here. So if you're not from the Spokane area and you've never been before, you should come check it out.
People are excited about our business. People are excited about moving to Spokane Valley. We're seeing growth. By far, Spokane Valley is the best. They're the most streamlined, they're the most efficient, and they're genuinely vested in your project.
It really felt right to be here in the Spokane Valley. The Spokane Valley people have been very, very helpful.
They walked through the entire process with us, and they worked with us basically hand in hand as a partner in order to get this project complete.
They're always willing to talk to you and bring new ideas to you.
I think that they're going to continue to provide that customer support for new businesses as they move in.
Fun for the whole family. I want to go now. So that's what we want for our city. We want a place for families. And it's great to see so many new businesses catering to our growing families. As a city, we're investing in our park to enrich the quality of life for all ages of residents and visitors of Spokane Valley. We have more than 191 acres of park. This past year, we completed improvements in a number of our parks. The number of volleyball courts in Browns Park doubled to 16, including a champion. We're investing more in Browns Park in the coming year with plans for more picnic shelters, lighting, restrooms, and walkways. We completed a new section of the Appleway Trail from Sullivan to Corbin, and this year, new features will be added to our first section of the trail between University and Pines. The remaining piece of the trail, running from Evergreen to Sullivan, is being designed now for construction later this year. This was originally programmed for 2020, but our staff has worked hard to advance this project to this year
in an effort to complete the trail from University to Liberty Lake. And a brief moment about our staff. Those extra volleyball courts were put in by City of Spokane Valley employees. We really didn't want to spend citizens' taxpayer money on something we could do ourselves. To further increase the trail's appeal, the city's working with adjacent businesses to develop direct connections to the trail, creating opportunities for users to enjoy local eateries, boutiques, and other shops as they travel the pathway. It's wonderful to see Appleway Trail become what the community envisioned, a path for friends, neighbors, and visitors to connect with local businesses, improve their health, and enjoy nature. We added a new park to our city with the dedication of Myrna Park last fall. We're grateful to her family for donating the 11 acres of land to the city. It's a beautiful way to honor Myrna and her legacy, and we know it will be enjoyed for generations to come.
The first phase of Center Place West Lawn and North Meadow Master Plan has been completed. The West Lawn was refurbished and the North Meadow area added, expanding our outdoor venue space to accommodate activities such as concerts, wedding, and the Valley Fest car show. This very room has a new floor, and 2 large monitors have been added. Center Place is home to many events. It hosted more than 1,000 events in 2018 and has already booked 570 for 2019. We have a new farmers market opening here in June. It will be open every Friday night, just east of Discovery Playground through mid-September. We're proud to be a part of this new event that'll bring neighbors together in such a lively atmosphere, and there will be local produce, vendors, music, and food for all to enjoy. It's a great way to celebrate the farming heritage of our region. The JAKT Foundation, who is a sponsor here today, is the organization behind the new farmers market, as well as other events here at Center Place that have become premier events in the Spokane Valley. This will be our 3rd year as a sponsor of Crave Northwest, a 3-day culinary event that showcases the creative talents of visionary chefs from around the Northwest. Held in July, Crave brings food enthusiasts from all over to experience Spokane Valley. We can't wait to see what Crave brings this year. The foundation also sponsors Oktoberfest in September. It's a 3-day German festival. That's a joke, you can laugh. It's a 3-day German festival. In September, we also host Valley Fest, a signature community event that we've been a proud partner since 1990. Valley Fest is a unique celebration in Spokane Valley, highlighting arts, education, recreation, and just good family fun. Valley Fest has a full lineup of events, including a parade, triathlon, car show, fishing at the falls, and much, much more. Valley Fest partners with city government, local businesses, civic organizations, and more than 200 volunteers to provide 3 days of family activities and entertainment. We're honored to be such a big part of that event. In July, we have the Cycle Celebration, which offers a 10, 25, and 50-mile ride through scenic areas in and around Spokane Valley. The event appeals to families just seeking a short recreational ride, to more experienced cyclers who enjoy a longer challenge. Our parks and trails certainly get utilized by our community. There are 10 runs, 2 bike rides, 3 car shows, and other events last year alone. Our Parks and Recreation Department administered 26 special event permits with an estimated 58,000 total participants. Don't you just love that dog by the pool there? He kind of says it all. It's been a key goal of council to pursue funding to enhance amenities and features at our parks and to continue acquisition of park land. The natural beauty and recreational opportunities in Spokane Valley are clearly a draw for visitors and residents alike. We know that maintaining our natural resources is vital to our community. It's one reason why people want to make Spokane Valley home, like these folks.
If you enjoy the outdoors, the valley is a great place to live.
Clean air, clean water.
Kayaking, the fishing, access to 4 different golf courses within about 15 minutes from the valley.
People raise their families here for a reason. We love the valley. It's one of those, the best kept secret.
The valley is just a wonderful place to live. I love it.
It's home.
It's home.
And we intend to ask. We want to continue to grow our parks and the programs associated with it. We're embarking on an update to our Parks Master Plan this year, and I encourage all of you to put input into the process. We need what you want. Additionally, we will be amending our comprehensive plan to connect our existing trails, which would connect Appleway Trail to Centennial Trail to Dishman Hills. This will improve recreation and transportation options. We adopted a bike and pedestrian plan in 2011 and rolled it into our comprehensive plan in 2016. We're currently working on updating that plan to emphasize many modes of transportation, like biking, walking, and public transport. We want to be strategic so that we can make an impact, adding sidewalks, bike lanes, and shared use paths in areas that make the most sense for our community. All of our transportation projects and investments in our infrastructure are designed to enhance safety, improve quality of life, and support our economic development efforts. One of the top priorities continues to be our effort to separate vehicles and train traffic at key rail crossings within our city. By replacing at-grade crossings and essentially bridging the valley, we will not only enhance traffic flow, public safety, and our economic development efforts, but reduce train horns and maybe a little bit of congestion. The Barker BNSF Railway crossing at Trent Avenue will be replaced by an overpass. Barker Road will then descend to a roundabout on Trent Avenue, facilitating traffic moving more safely and efficiently through the Barker-Trent intersection. That project is fully funded, due in large part to a Federal Department of Transportation Tiger grant of $9 million, and contributions from various regional and state entities for which we are enormously grateful. We are currently in the design phase, expecting construction to begin in 2020. The city is also making progress on the design of the rail crossing at Pines Road and Trent Avenue. Like the Barker-Trent project, it's a critical part of the city's plan to provide access to an area that is ripe for development. This project is the highest ranked unfunded rail crossing project in Washington state. BNSF is a sponsor here today as well, and I want to thank them for their continued cooperation as we move forward in making our transportation network more efficient and safer for all. The city also has several corridor projects on the horizon. We're working to improve the Barker corridor. The corridor runs from Trent Avenue in the north to our southern city limit. The first phase of the project will take place this year and includes widening Barker from Euclid to the Trent Rail Crossing. The Sullivan Corridor from Wellesley to the Industrial Park is also planned for improvement. This improvement is vitally important as completion of the county's Bigelow Gulch Road project increases freight and commuter traffic to this area. The first phase of this will be the intersection of Sullivan and Wellesley, tentatively scheduled for construction in 2020 or 2021. We have many other transportation projects beginning as early as next month. Construction season is right around the corner. This year we will improve Argonne Road from Valleyway to Mission. University Road will be repaired with pavement replacement, curb ramps, and bike lanes added from 16th Avenue to Dishman Micah. Mission Avenue from Bowdish to Union will see repairs and curb ramps. Those are just a few of the projects we have slated. We also will be working to improve our safe routes to schools by constructing sidewalks in 3 different areas of the city. All of these projects make our region very attractive to individuals and families looking for a community that offers reduced commute times, safety, and an improved quality of life. One such family is the Fowlers. Let's take a look.
It's
very family friendly. And that's part of the reason why we love it here.
The whole atmosphere and environment that we feel feels more family oriented, and we've really enjoyed it. The schools were a really big part of us wanting to be in the Valley. The education here for our kids has been really, really good.
You kind of feel like you're in the country, but then we're like 5 minutes from the freeway. So, it's perfect. There's always more, you always discover new things, a fun little restaurant that you didn't know about, or a hike that I didn't know about.
We like all the parks that are around. Valley Fest is a big one that we do every year. I love the pace of life here, right? Like, people work and stuff, but it just doesn't feel like everything's an emergency all the time here. And people tend to be kinder. We spent our 4th of Julys with our neighbors and spending time with them. We found the people in the community and the churches were all really nice. We didn't have a hard time at all making friends out here, and really liked the family environment that we came when we moved out here. This is home. This feels like home. I mean, this is where I want us to be. This is where our kids want to be. I don't have that any other city we've lived in.
The more that I've been here, the longer I just think, I can't imagine living somewhere else.
Spokane Valley is home to many families like the Fowlers. We want to make sure all families are welcome and have an opportunity to thrive here. We're fortunate to have top-notch schools and many other organizations that work to build and educate our next generation. The city's proud to be partnering again with the Valley Chamber for the 3rd annual Lemonade Day on May 18th. This program seeks to inspire our younger entrepreneurs as they develop lemonade stand businesses throughout our community. I hope you'll join me in supporting these lemonade stands by hosting a stand at your business, or simply being a customer for these motivated kids. This is an excellent time to take notice of our very own Valley hospitals earning the distinction of being rated a 5-star hospital. The number of those holding that certification are very few, and it's a real honor to have Multicare's Valley Hospital as our own. Another program to beautify our city is an area cleanup project initiated by council members Haley, Woodard, and Wood. That project will offer residents an opportunity to dispose of trash and other refuse over a 1-day period. We'll begin with a pilot project in the Edgecliff area later this spring. We intend to rotate the program around the city on a semi-annual basis. Scope will coordinate the event, and Sunshine Disposal and Waste Management are also assisting in the program. Spokane Valley is a great place for all ages to live. We know families love it here, but we're also a good fit for young professionals looking for a variety of activities. For instance,
what I love about Spokane Valley is it's always close to activities for me, soccer mainly. When I first came to the Valley, I didn't know a lot of people. And once I met my soccer team, now I know a ton more people. This is definitely a good starting point, I would say, and especially with the new areas developing. I want to stay at the Spokane Valley because it's very clean, there's less traffic, and there's a community feel to it. I just like the convenience of Spokane Valley.
And we certainly do have many local businesses and organizations contributing to that community feel. Restaurants, breweries, boutique retail shops, and sports facilities all make Spokane Valley a very attractive place to live, work, and play.
Of course, citizens also deserve to be and feel safe in the community, and public safety is our #1 priority. In fact, our single largest expense each year is our contract for law enforcement services. Budgeted at almost $26 million, our public safety costs 6%. We have a great relationship with Chief Mark Werner. and our city police force working to reduce crime and enhance safety in Spokane Valley. For example, the Spokane Valley Police Department has a dedicated crime prevention deputy, Chris Johnston, who last year provided more than 200 trainings and presentations in our community, including self-defense, personal safety, and workplace violence prevention. They've also instituted a power shift, which positions at least 3 additional deputies to cover peak times, day to night, 7 days a week. In 2018, the police responded to almost 29,000 calls and were involved in more than 49,000 incidents, an increase of 7.5% over the previous year. As you can see, our officers are dedicated and hardworking, and they risk their lives for us every day, and I don't want anybody to forget that and how much we appreciate them. The city is... Thank you. The city of Spokane Valley continues to be an excellent example of how a city provides key services to the community while holding down taxes, fees, and other charges. Each year, the city undertakes a detailed and collaborative process with council members in the community to develop a balanced budget that prioritizes short and long-term fiscal goals. Close attention to how we use taxpayer money is one reason we've not taken the 1% automatic annual increase in property taxes allowed by the state statute since 2010. Since incorporation, the city has taken a conservative approach to adding new staff and continues to have the lowest per capita employee count of any Washington city with a population of 50,000 or greater. By all comparisons, the city of Spokane Valley is a lean, productive city government. We've been very successful at securing state and federal grants to address a number of major construction projects, which this year necessitated adding staff in our engineering division to accommodate the expanded workload. Your city council considers these increases very carefully and only acts when they feel the need is justified. It's noteworthy that much of the cost of these new positions are actually covered by the construction grants. We stay lean by contracting for services when it makes sense, such as public safety, park and street maintenance, and partnering with outside organizations and other jurisdictions to accomplish our goals.
Another good example of cooperation is ours with the Spokane County Urban Consortium. Through this program, we participate in the county's homeless and affordable housing programs using local document recording fees. Both of these programs fund vital services to those in our community who need it most. We don't have a Department of Human Services. Instead, we assist a regional consortium of community organizations, supporting them through outside agency funds to guide, change, and directly serve vulnerable populations. Another area we'll soon be looking at closely is maintaining and preserving our roads. Our pavement management program helps maximize the longevity and preservation of our roadways with constant review of pavement condition and needed repair. In my last 2 State of the City addresses, I've spoken to you about the need for addressing our pavement preservation. We have a challenge ahead of us as we look at how to fund our street preservation at an acceptable level. Gas tax revenues are flat or declining as fuel efficiency increases. Our telephone tax revenues continue to decline as fewer people use landlines. And our roads have long been a source of pride here in Spokane Valley. We're fortunate that our road infrastructure is in good condition. But to keep that condition, we can't afford to get behind. Some may question paving roads that don't look so bad. But the truth is, it's best not to let a road deteriorate to the point that full reconstruction is necessary. Rebuilding a road will always cost way more than pavement preservation treatments, such as crack sealing or grinding and repaving. Maintaining what we have and finding a sustainable way to care for our roads is a top priority of the city of Spokane Valley. Let me say that again. Maintaining what we have and finding a sustainable way to care for our roads is a top priority for the city of Spokane Valley. This year, we'll be looking to you, our citizens, to make sure everyone understands the challenge we're facing. We want to talk to you about your expectations for road maintenance. City engagement will be key to everything and anything we do. And we'll be partnering with the Chamber as part of that public outreach this year. So stay tuned for more opportunities to get involved. Another initiative we'll be hearing a lot about in the coming year is Census 2020. It'll take the effort of everyone in our region to make sure we get an accurate count. The distribution of more than $675 billion in federal funds, grants, and other support to communities is based on census data. I call on each of you to encourage your friends and neighbors to participate when that time comes. We all have a tendency to duck that one for whatever reason. There's no shortage of ways to get involved in our community. We have lots to be proud of and many ways you can serve. When we work together, Spokane Valley's future is bright. Our vision has never varied from being a community of opportunities where individuals and families can grow and play and businesses flourish and prosper. And as we grow, we keep that vision at the heart of all we do here at Spokane Valley. I want to thank my fellow council members for all they do on behalf of our great city. And I especially want to thank all of our city employees. As I said before, we have a lean staff of just 93. Yet they're incredibly dedicated to their city and our citizens. I appreciate all of you who give your time and effort to make our community what it is. Yes, we have lots more work to do. We have numerous projects that we've discussed here today that need your support. But I'm confident that together, we'll get the job done. It's a great time to be in Spokane Valley, and together, we're making this community better and stronger. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much to Mayor Higgins and Deputy Mayor Haley for those updates on the city of Spokane Valley. Now, we do have some questions that we have for the two of you. And just so everybody in the room knows, they submitted questions in advance of the membership in order for Mayor Higgins and Deputy Mayor Haley to fully be able to answer them. So the first one comes from Bob Oliver of Lexar Homes. And the question is, what is the city planning to do about the shortage of available building lots and procedures to create more to meet that demand?
Well, how about if I take that one? Let's start off by talking about the GMA, the Growth Management Act, and what it does. It makes expanding and developing a whole bunch tougher. It was originally aimed at the west side of the state. It was designed to supposedly get in front of that horrible word, urban sprawl. Okay? Well, rather than expand outward, they want you to expand upward. So that makes it rather difficult for smaller communities to then go ahead and find available places to build and expand. We here in Spokane Valley, a couple of years ago when we redid our comprehensive plan, went out of our way to look for ideas and ways that we could find and fill in the areas that aren't built up here and use them. But make no mistake about it, at some point we're going to have to start looking outside, which means annexation. Just saying. Okay.
All right. The second question comes from Gene Arger with Evergreen Fountains, and that is, what are the plans for the park across from City Hall?
So we're planning on working with the library, who still wants to relocate there. They own part of the property, we own part of the property. And of course, it would be nice, might be a community center over there as well, but we kind of want to make it the heart of the city, kind of like sculpture put there, but kind of make it to be our center of town where all our citizens can gather, play, and do whatever you do in.
Great. All right, our third question now comes from Phil Champlin from Hub Sports. I think I saw Phil out there somewhere. Can you provide an update on the completion of the volleyball courts at Browns Park and the council's exploration of an outdoor fields project for the community?
So Browns Park, we talked about a little bit this speed. So we had doubled the volleyball through the hard work and dedication of our staff, who actually created those all by themselves in order to save taxpayer money. It was awesome. We're planning on we have asked for a grant from the legislature to put some path lighting in, park structures, benches, things like that. And the second half?
Was the council's exploration of outdoor fields project?
So the council narrowed it down to 3 things that we can do for development. One of them is just that. Another is a building at the fairgrounds, and then also more work at the center. I think the entire council is very excited about the idea. It's just going to depend on the money and where you guys want the money to go, because we're going to be looking for citizen input on those things as well.
All right, and the fourth and final question comes from Kelly from Schweitzer, and it is, what can we do to go beyond traditional measures of economic performance, like sheer job creation, to establish goals more reflective of a sustainable and resilient community?
Well, first of all, they are not incompatible. Business development is very necessary to achieve those goals that you're looking at for a livable community. And I would hope that our presentation here today gave you some insight into where we're going with that. Okay? We are looking to the future constantly, and we're working hard to make this truly a better place to live. In so doing, we're constantly trying to attract new businesses here. Okay?
All right. Thank you very much to Mayor Higgins and Deputy Mayor Haley for answering those questions. And Lance, you're up.
All right, please join me one more time in thanking Mayor Rod Higgins and Deputy Mayor Pam Haley. I'd also like to thank the staff of the City of Spokane Valley, as well as the staff of the Valley Chamber, for all the efforts it took to pull this event together. Hard work obviously paid off. Thank you. And then thank you, Jana Judy, our photographer out there somewhere snapping photos, and Derek Dice for serving as our EMC for the day. Finally, thank you to our underwriting sponsors, BNSF Railways, Schweitzer Engineering Laboratories, Katara, and Numerica. I want to give a shout out to a couple events taking place in the community this weekend. Happening right now over at West Valley High School is the First Washington Robotics Competition. That event takes place today and tomorrow. You're welcome to go. It is open to the public, so check that out tomorrow. I've heard the competition heats up as you get later into the weekend. Additionally, this weekend marks the first of back-to-back weekends for the P&Q volleyball qualifying tournament found in our region. So that's over 5,000 athletes come to this area over the next 2 weekends. You'll inevitably see them out in the community, so make sure you give them a warm welcome to their families. Teams from as far away from as Texas and Ohio come to this tournament and explore our region this time of year. And then finally, we hope you can join us next Wednesday evening. We have our Chamber After 5 event. It's at Arborcrest if you need any more incentive. No questions asked. That event is open free to members and $10 to future members. And then finally, coming up on April 19th will be our April Business Connections Breakfast. That event will take place at the Valley Event Center, and it will have a focus on career-connected learning. More information is available on our website. And last but not least, the Business Showcase taking place on May 2nd. Space for that event is getting very limited, so if you'd like your business to be in participation at that, please do contact our office as soon as possible to get your spot reserved. Finally, we do have a new affinity partner to reference, and that's Go Beyond Consulting. Go Beyond Consulting provides leadership development training. You can find out information on the website under the affinity program page. Definitely check out their gracious offer that they have brought and is available to chamber members. Please stop by our spotlight tables on your way out to say hi one more time and enjoy the beautiful outdoors.